Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me again. My name is Wilkie and I'm here with the next Payton Void guide, and we're taking a look at the first Payton Void that is called Oblivion Sea. Now there isn't really any special mechanic or anything super difficult, but just for having a complete guide series out there, we're gonna take a look at it. So the dungeon itself starts by dividing your party into two groups of 4 people. So unlike your handle or any other previous voids, you actually have an 8-man group. You have a special thing about the first phase here that you put on your jumpsuit or your diving suit. It comes in 2 shapes, basically one being a power fist type and the other one having a harpoon. As far as the skills go, basically just go in there and use them. They only have a cooldown, there's no mana cost, there's no oxygen, anything you have to worry about. Just go in there, try out the skills so you get a feel for them. And basically all the way until the boss, you just kill a few fish, a few puffer fish, just bigger fish really. And once you're done, you wait for the other party, and whoever's first just gets to wait for the other one. Once both parties are done, you meet again for the first boss. So for the first boss, there's only really 3 things. The first one is don't die, and that's literally it. The second one is every now and then you have small AoE bubbles appearing on the ground. You definitely don't want to get hit by too many of those, as they will add a stacking debuff or / dot to you. Even if you are item level 1300 and you get hit by too many of those, this dot will still actually manage to kill you. So definitely try to make sure to not step in too many of these, as this one ramps up quite quickly. So definitely dodge the small AoEs on the ground. The rest of his attacks aren't really that difficult, but you always see the AoE markers on the ground, so just keep on dodging. For the final mechanic for this boss, after a while, a mini-boss or a sub-boss in the form of a shark or a walking shark will spawn. You do want to ignore the main boss for now and focus on the shark. Killing the shark grants you a buff to your suit that increases your speed and also your damage once the enemy is impaired. This one's really crucial in order to speed up the kill of the boss itself. So basically once this guy spawns, just ignore the boss, dodge the AoEs that are coming, kill the shark, and once you get the buff, just hack away at the main boss, and you should be fine. After having killed the first boss, you enter your oxygen phase. I explained this in the second video, but usually people start with the first void. So for you newcomers here, you have a blue circle above your head that indicates your oxygen levels. You want to replenish your oxygen with either purple flowers that you can pretty much find all around, as you can see in the minimap, or stand on the ripples / bubbles coming out of the water in order to recuperate it as well. Running out of oxygen will make you take quite heavy damage, so you definitely want to avoid running out of oxygen. So for the final boss for Payton Void number 1, there's only really 2 or 3 things to mention. First of all, keep your oxygen in check, especially if you're in a fresh party. The fight will probably take longer than 60 seconds. Second of all, the boss has 2 phases, one being the first one where he's basically standing up and using his feet for most of his attacks, and the second phase starts at 10 HP bars where he sinks down into the floor and basically becomes just an immobile head that slaps around with his arms. Either way, oxygen is still gonna be there. The only other thing that I think is worth mentioning besides staying alive is a floor-wide AoE that is indicated by a pling sound. It's a very audible thing, and whenever that sound appears, there's gonna be a small sphere where you are safe from that AoE. The safe zone is also where the AoE originates from, so you can see the red circle basically going outwards from that, giving you an idea of where you have to go. And basically all you gotta do is stick on that spot. Once the AoE launches, you're safe. Rinse, repeat, go back to attacking the boss. This AoE move can happen in both phases, so even if you didn't knock the boss to the floor already, he can still do it. And even if he's sinking into the ground, he can do it as well, so keep that in mind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for the first Payton Void. Like I said, there isn't really any crucial mechanic besides the typical dodge and don't get hit too many times, and you're absolutely safe. Last but not least, this is, like I said, guide number 1. I already made guide number 2, and guide number 3 is currently in the works, so feel free to check that one out. If I got somebody confused or if there's anything else that you want to know, feel free to let a comment down in the section below. And I hope you guys stay safe, and I will see you guys next time.